You can do so much more when you're in flow. Hey, hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by for another bedtime vlog. Something on my camera over here. I'm tired as usual for bedtime vlogs, and I wrote for more than 8 hours today. I think like 10 hours. I include my morning writing, and I also baked cookies with my son this afternoon. So it was a super good day, and it is, well, right now it's after midnight, and now it's December 21st, which is the solstice, and it's the shortest day of the year, which means the next day will be longer, and I'm pretty excited about that, because there is something about those days getting shorter and shorter that kind of, I think, makes us all extra aware of our mortality. It's easy to kind of get down and depressed around these times, and indeed, had some down moments the last few days. I cried a lot this morning and yesterday. But then, you know what? I expressed myself a little bit in anger to a friend, and I'm real appreciative that that friend responded real quickly in a sweet way, and called me, and we talked, and I felt better by the time we were done. And that's what a good friend is sometimes helpful for, right? And that was a good reminder for me, because I was kind of wrapped up in my own world, my own universe, writing this book. It's an interesting thing, writing a book. I've written other little booklets, and this too is a short book, and I've been working on it for a year. It's called 47 Truths, and I'm about to turn 48, and I've been working on it the whole time I've been 47. And I just, though, this morning started my 5th and final first draft, as I'm calling it. And I really got in flow, really knocked out about almost 10,000 words on that, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of a book, but for this book is good, for me is good, and I feel like the practice I've been putting up with my daily writings really is paying off. I feel like I've got some just like working out every day and then going to do something that requires the fitness level. I feel like my writing skill is up to par pretty well, because I've been working it, and that feels good. And this full moon, I can tell the momentum of the full moon combined with the solstice energy, and I guess there's a meteor shower. So it's a lot of an end of year. It's a lot of creative juices going on, and a lot of wrapping up of loops, and it's working well, weaving itself well into my book, 47 Truths. I'm pretty excited about it. And again, back to where I started with, there have been days in the last year that I've worked on it where the whole year I probably didn't get as much done as I did today. And of course, today couldn't happen without the whole year before it, or at least a lot of it. So it's kind of twofold. It's like, on the one hand, why don't we always get in flow, because you get so much more done, and on the other hand, getting in flow really well requires like all these little things to line up. I'm going to be studying more of it, so I do think there are things we can do to enhance that, and I am getting better at that. And one of those was resolving that conflict, maybe even having the confrontation, which was good, and then resolving it peacefully, which is another thing I've been thinking a lot about. That worked well amidst, coffee and a little weed and some, I didn't do enough exercises. Not that I didn't do enough. I'm trying to work on my language here. So let me begin again with that statement and say, I intend to get back to working out more rigorously in the very near future. I appreciate that I could give myself a little break and take it pretty easy the last few days, and I have a gig tomorrow or tonight, as the case may be. So that's usually fairly good exercise, and I will be getting back into my full routine with rigor and vim and vigor. That's the word I was looking for. The words. Anyway, yeah, I've been using a lot of words. I'm a little, I haven't been using it with my mouth, but with my hands, and I literally have like hand cramps, and like the other hand that I didn't sprain snowboarding feels sprained from typing, holding that little pinky finger up. I've got a strain. Anyway, it's a funny thing to have, and the thing is, a writer, I probably should have more often, and also I'll be looking more into dictation, which then puts back on the voice. It's a fascinating thing. Let me just add as a late night tangent that it's fascinating how the brain processes things differently when we use voice, words, when we use typing, two hands, when we use a single hand for printing or a single hand for cursive, however you say it. It's just fascinating. Or when we use emojis or hieroglyphics or storytelling and then combinations thereof excite me greatly. I'm looking forward to putting some photos in my 47 Truths book, but right now I'm focused on just getting the fifth and final first draft finished. And then I will do a little however much polishing. I'm also really excited about as long as it took me, because in that time I've done a sequence of lots of different research, taking me down lots of little rabbit holes, and it's all adding up perfectly. That's all I got for you for this late night vlog. Late night, blog, bedtime blog, whatever we're calling it. Whatever the kids are calling it these days. I wish you pleasantries and bid you adieu. Sweet dreams. Till next time.